Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone. I've got a question for you. Could you live on a $31 a week food budget? Well, it's a challenge that a group of young professionals affiliated with the Westside Ecumenical Ministry took on recently. Sonny Nixon and Lou Keim are here to tell us more about that. Then later, Sergeant Christopher Bostic of the U.S. Marine Corps and Bill Doherty of Northern Ohio Kia will tell us about the annual Toys for Tots campaign. And later in the broadcast, Marcella Boyd Cox and Joe Gray will talk about the fundraiser to provide scholarships for students at Lutheran High School East. Good morning, everyone. My name is Leon Bibb, and this program is called Kaleidoscope. And so we begin. Beginning with two good workers here. Sitting next to me is Lou Keim, director of the Westside Ecumenical Ministry, Food Centers, and Sonny Nixon, who's a member of the Westside Ecumenical Ministry Junior Advisory Board. Good to have you both with us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Lou, tell me, what's the mission of the Westside Ecumenical Ministry?
Well, the mission of the Westside Ecumenical Ministry, which is otherwise known as WSEM or WESM, is to assist individuals and families meet their needs through the program services that they provide, and in collaboration with neighborhoods and other service providers. By doing that, we have 4 centers of excellence. One of those is a counseling program. The other has to do with early childhood development through our Head Start programs in 8 different locations on the west side. And the other one is a workforce development called El Barrio. And then the Westside Food Centers, of which there are 3, of which I am attached to.
You're attached
yes.
to the Westside. When I came on the broadcast, I asked about could you live on $31 food a week. What's that mean? Why was that part of what we're talking about, Sonny Nixon?
Well, $31.04 was the annual food stamp allocation for people this year. In the years past, we've done this for $25 last year and $21 the year before that. So we felt very fortunate that we had as much as $31 to spend on everything we ate and drank for basically 1 week this year. The reason that it was a larger amount this year was in large part because there was some additional funding that was provided by Congress, and we do think that that funding is going to go away next year. One of the reasons we wanted to do the Food Stamp Challenge was to bring awareness to our hunger centers and educate Cleveland about what they do.
What is the Food Stamp Challenge? What is that?
Well, we have several young professionals, and we pledge to live on $31.04 for the week, and then we go out into the community and we find 20 to 30 people that are willing to donate $25 to $30 to our food centers, and it's basically a way that we are able to raise awareness and teach people about what it's like to live on food stamps.
What did you learn from them? What are you learning from this experience?
One of the things I learned from this experience is how much joy food brings me, for one thing. And when you take away your ability to enjoy fine dining, to enjoy fresh produce, things like that, it's one of the most basic needs. It's a very humbling experience. It's also difficult to eat nutritiously and to enjoy things like organic produce and more healthy selections from the grocery store. I find that you have to eat a lot of convenience foods in order to stay within that food budget.
Lou Keim, this is what we're talking about. This is why you need the support.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the need out there for people to be well fed.
Well, our whole objective through the food centers is to assist people to become more food secure and less dependent upon community resources. And the only way that we can do that is through support by the program you just heard about and other supporters. But we also, through the 3 food centers, we probably serve 1,900 to 2,000 families a month. And they can come in once a month for a 3-day supply of food. We also have a resale shop, which is really fun. We have very nice items, and you know how many times people buy things and they don't ever use them? Well, we get those because of their mistakes. That's a nice happening.
Well, there are thousands of people out there saying, Lou, Sonny, what is it that you want me to do? What are you telling these thousands of people? What can they do to help you do what you do?
Well, one way they can do that is to volunteer at one of our centers. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 to 2. We always welcome volunteers. We could not do what we do without volunteers. But also, in any way that they can have food drives or monetary donations, which will help us to continue the services we have. Because I will tell you, in addition to the food, we need to have supportive services, and that is most critical need that we have. If a family is coming in for food, there are other issues that prompt that need for food.
So if people can send you money, if you can give the money, you can make the purchases. You appreciate the canned goods and all of that.
Yes.
We're all doing that.
Yes.
But if they can give you money, then you can buy the food at discount prices and make sure that dollar stretches as far as that dollar can stretch.
And also, we can maintain the staff to continue the supportive services.
How do people get you the money, Sonny? What do they do?
They can actually donate at the website, WSEM.org, and if they select Food Stamp Challenge from the drop-down menu, the funds are directed to the Food Center programs. And they can also locate the WSEM website online if they'd like, I'm sorry, the address online if they'd like to mail a check.
But you're located on the west side of Cleveland.
That's
correct. Side of Cleveland. But the phone number is 631-6508, 216-631-6508. While we're talking about the address, you might as well give the address. I got thousands and thousands of people out here looking.
There are 3 food centers on the west side of Cleveland. 8302 Detroit is where I am housed. We have one at 3784 Pearl and West 36th and Bridge.
But if they send the money to 8302 Detroit, that first one, you'll get it where it needs to go.
Absolutely.
Or if they go to WSEM.org, they can make donations. WSEM.org. That means the Westside Ecumenical Ministry. Or 631-6508 in the 216 area code, right?
Yes.
Sonny Nixon, who's a member of the WSEM Junior Advisory Board, and Luke Keim is director of the WSEM Food Centers. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast.
Thank you.
You're doing wonderful work. You know that, don't you, in saving lives. And we're appreciative of that.
Thanks.
I'll take a break. I'll be right back. This is Kaleidoscope. Back after this. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. You know, the annual Toys for Tots campaign is now underway during this holiday season. Sergeant Christopher Bostic of the U.S. Marine Corps is here, along with Bill Doherty of the Northern Ohio Kia retailers, to explain how you can help make sure every child has a toy for this Christmas holiday. Good to have you with us, Bill Doherty.
Thank you.
You too, Sergeant Bill Bostic. Christopher Bostic, sorry.
Not a problem.
Sergeant
Good to be here.
Christopher Bostic and Bill Doherty with the Marine Corps. Tell me now, refresh our memories now. Some people may forget. Refresh our memories on what is Toys for Tots.
Well, Toys for Tots is a non-profit charity that was started by one of our Marine majors back in 1947. He started with his wife out in California, and it had such a huge turnout and impact in the local community that the Commandant of the Marine Corps decided to make that an actual campaign for the Marine Corps Reserves the following year, and we've been continuing it ever since. You
collect toys to give to children who may not otherwise get a toy.
Correct.
During the holiday time.
Yes.
Well, it's a wonderful thing. It's been going on for years, ever since way back when, 1947.
1947,
I
yes.
remember growing up. And Bill, you were involved. Bill Doherty, Kia is involved in this now. Tell me about this, your involvement.
Well, the 11 local Kia dealers in the Kia network we're lucky enough to partner up with such an important organization, and this is our first year, and we're very proud to be a part of it. There are drop zones at every Kia retailer in Northeast Ohio, and as just for instance, our store, our bucket's filling up, and I've talked to many of the other Kia dealers, and we're happy to say that the drop zones are filling up with a lot of presents for the kids. And in addition to that, Kia is also going to donate another $5,000 this year to the Toys for Tots.
Yeah, well,
so we're very excited about that.
You're always involved in the community.
We're trying.
One thing I like about you, Bill, you're always involved in the community. Your Kia dealerships are always involved, always doing wonderful things. What kind of toys, Sergeant Bostic, is the Marine Corps Toys for Tots campaign looking for?
Well, this year we are focusing primarily on the age groups of 0 to 14. Based on my past experience, unfortunately the ages from 0 to 2 and from 10 to 14 are usually not so much neglected, but not as well provided for. So we're mainly looking for toys, not just of all ages, but try to specifically look for ages between 0 and 2 and 10 to 14.
0 and 2 and 10 to 14. That's your primary mission right now.
Correct, because it's so much easier to provide toys for the kids between age of 3 and 9 that, like I said, often those other ages on the outside of either end they're often neglected, unfortunately.
Are you looking for new toys?
Yes, we're looking for new unwrapped toys.
New and unwrapped toys.
Correct.
I know we've all got gently used things. I've got old toys from my childhood, which today's kids would not want, believe me. but the kid wants to unwrap something. That's an excitement about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you for doing that. This draws our hearts out, doesn't it, Bill?
Absolutely.
This is the holiday, and this is what we got to do to help those kids who are less fortunate.
Certainly, it is nice to be able to help, some of those that are not as fortunate as us, and this busy world that we live in, we sometimes forget just how fortunate we are, and to think some of the simple things like unwrapping a new present, what a simple thing, but yet what an important thing for such a young person.
Yeah. Sergeant, you got drop zones all around the area now?
Yes, all throughout Cuyahoga and Lorain counties.
We will see them as we go about our daily businesses.
Absolutely.
Anyone, I know you were plugging Bill Doherty's because you've got those, but they are throughout Northeast Ohio.
Oh, yes. We partner up with multiple agencies, businesses throughout our area in order to get as many donations as possible for our campaign.
What kinds of toys? I know we're looking for 0 to 2 ages and ages 10 to 14. What kinds of toys do you think?
Just about any toys, as long as it's not too much of a warlike weapon or something like guns. We try and stay away from that because we're trying to provide a good holiday gift for young ones that aren't going to promote violence.
Yeah, we're not promoting violence,
Correct.
so we're not collecting toy guns or anything like. We'll leave the guns to the military.
Exactly.
You guys know what you
I
do
can
with
tell
it.
you from what we've seen in the boxes, we're seeing anything from a stuffed animal to a game that might be interactive for a kid, or possibly a number of children to play with. There doesn't seem to be any war type. People seem to use common sense and bring some nice gifts to the table.
While we got you here, you might as well give an address where people can drop them off at Bill Doherty Kia.
Well, at Bill Doherty Kia, it's 2925 Medina Road, but more importantly, I-71 and Route 18 in Medina.
And with that's one of the locations we can drop them off right there.
And there are 11 locations in Cleveland at all the local Kia dealers. There's Menor Kia, Helene Kia, Vanderveer Kia of Bedford, Wakeham Kia. Boy, I hope
They're all over,
and I want to make sure that everybody understands that there are 11 local Kia dealers in Northeast Ohio to drop those toys off at. And once again, the Kia retailers are very, very proud to be a part of such an important organization, and
we're very proud to have you guys.
We're fortunate.
Leave us with a final thought, Sergeant Bostic. Leave us with a thought on why this is important.
This is primarily important because every child deserves a little bit of Christmas, and it's up to us, not just the Marines, but also the local community, to help provide that for each and every child.
Well said. From the Marine Corps, Sergeant Christopher Bostic of the U.S. Marine Corps Toys for Tots campaign. Thanks for being on the broadcast. And Bill Doherty with the Ohio Kia Retailers Toys for Tots campaign. Thank you for being on with us. And you can go to toysfortots.org, toysfortots.org. You can get more information on everything we're talking about. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us. And thank you for what you do serving your country as well.
Thanks for your support.
This is Kaleidoscope. Back in a moment. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. Lutheran High School East, the Alumni Association, will host its annual event to raise money to support a scholarship or tuition help for students at that school, Lutheran East. And Marcella Boyd Cox of the Lutheran High School East Association and Joe Gray of the Cleveland Lutheran High School Association are here to tell us more about it. Good to have you with us.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Talk about the significance of Lutheran East High School to the community. Marcella, I know you've been involved with it a long time.
Well, for me, it's, just a mission. I mean, I love Lutheran East. I graduated from there many years ago, and I love what it stands for the Christian environment and trying to nurture kids, young students. Remind us where it is located. 3565 Mayfield Road, across from Severance Town Center, right there in Cleveland Heights. In Cleveland Heights. Right. Now, Joe Gray, you're with the Cleveland Lutheran High School Association. You're the assistant superintendent.
Yes, sir.
What's that mean, now, being assistant superintendent?
It gives me an opportunity to go out to both the schools, Lutheran East and Lutheran West. concentrate on recruitment and development, and also having a hand in working with the Alumni Association. We work very close together.
What happens at Lutheran High School East? What is it about that school that draws you and draws our attention?
If I had to think of that, the main thing that draws is the faculty and teachers. They have such a wonderful way to communicate with these kids. We've been blessed with our size that every teacher knows every student's name. So with that, you have a sense of community.
Yeah. About what is your size?
About 130 students.
130 students?
Yes, sir.
Now, you went there a couple of years ago.
Thank you.
We grew up together.
Yeah.
You went there a few years ago, but you stay involved. Why do you stay involved in it so much, Marcella Boyd?
Because I think it makes a very valid contribution. It's an important contribution, trying to support young students and young people.
So you got a big party coming up, or a big fundraiser. I guess it's going to be a party too.
Right. At the end of the month, it's going to be the day after Christmas at Van Aken's ground floor restaurant. I think that's at the old Jason's front page. Some people will know, at Chagrin and Green Road, and it's going to start at 3 o'clock. And we'll have a lovely meal and a lovely program. We're going to have some fun. Just getting together with old alums and sharing stories and networking and see where it goes from there.
And it's open to anybody who wants to go, right?
It's open. Oh, of course.
Because it's fun.
Falcons, please come out. We sometimes don't think about our high school. We think more about college, but the high school, we really need your support.
We got to stay strong. Got to be true to your school.
Yes.
That old song, of course, that dates me. Be true to your school. What's going to happen at this fundraiser now? What happens now? What happens when you draw the money from this fundraiser? Where does that money go, Joe?
Well, that's one of the things tying in with the alumni that we work so closely with. We ask for their time, treasure, or talent, and they come together with all three of those. Their time they're putting out for this, their talent, they always come back and talk to the school, and then the treasure is the part where they're going to use for tuition assistance. That's going to help students that want to continue to go to Lutheran East can continue to attend by the alumni giving that extra little bit of money that they can.
You might as well give it a plug about the school. What happens at that school? Somebody may want to know, what's it cost to go to that school, and what do you get for what you pay?
Well, right now we have 3 tracks of learning. The remedial track, that if there's a student that just wants to finish up and become a better student, we just want to develop. The second one is a college track, and then finally the third one is an honors track. So they do have all those, and we also have the extracurriculars.
Yeah, okay. Now back to the fundraiser now. People want to buy, you're selling tickets, so you might as well to see where we can get these tickets. Is there a phone number people can call?
Yeah, well, tickets are $25, and you can call 216-701-4704. That's our president, Vivian Blake Lemons, and she is going to be, selling tickets.
And we got the phone number on the screen, or you can go to lutheraneast.org and get more information certainly about the school. But once again, the big fundraiser is going to be the day after Christmas. That is December the 26th, which is a Sunday. $25 at the Van Aken ground floor restaurant.
Right.
That's at the corner of Green Road and Chagrin, if memory serves me correct. I got the right place at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I think I could talk. I think I'll try and be there. I'm going to be there. I certainly support you. I certainly support you. If I don't make it, I'll send you a check. So certainly. Leave us with a thought on how great this school has been for you. Lutheran East High School, located right there in Cleveland Heights.
What I think has stood out for me, first of all, was the education. I mean, I got a great education at Lutheran East. But second of all, my friends. Most of my still close friends are friends that I got at Lutheran East. And we have, gone different paths, but we've come back together, and we all are very much committed to the school.
And certainly prepared you for college.
Yes. Oh, definitely.
And that's the goal, isn't it, Joe? To get the kids ready for life as they come through those high school years.
For after high school. You're absolutely correct. In a Christian and academic way.
So there's that Christian foundation underneath.
Yes,
sir.
Yes.
And you build on that with the reading and the writing and the arithmetic and all of that. But it all goes together.
Spiritual and academic growth.
We'll see you at the big fundraiser, the 26th of December, Sunday, at Van Aken ground floor restaurant, located at Green Road and Chagrin. It's at 3 o'clock. Good to have you both on the broadcast.
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
It is my pleasure. I'll take a break. In a moment, we'll return. One of our partners is the Urban League of Greater Cleveland on this broadcast, and here's Marsha Mockaby, the president and the CEO. She always has got something interesting on her mind.
Hi, Leon.
Hey, Marsha.
I want to make a really interesting announcement today. As you know, we've been celebrating the centennial year of the National Urban League over this 2010. And the Urban League has really done some amazing things this year on the national level. And one of the things that we're able to announce here at the end of the year is a brand new community development financial institution that is going to be developed as a separate 501c3 of the National Urban League. Now, what's so good about that is that's going to allow us, you know, we have a small business development center and a business assistance center at the Urban League. Over 2011, we're going to be able to engage our businesses in financial assistance, support, access to capital through the CDFI, through the National Urban League.
In other words, you'll be able to kind of chart them a course to get to some money. Okay.
Yes.
So,
funding, access to capital.
That kind of thing to keep them going.
Absolutely.
You ought to be proud about that.
We're very proud of it and very excited. We'll be hearing more about it early in 2011, so we'll tell the audience more as we learn. But I think just as a pivotal success for 2010 and the centennial year, this is quite a coup for the National Urban League and the Urban League movement.
Now, I've got about a minute remaining. How will this work now? You will have access to the money. How does it, what's the mechanics of this? How does it work?
The mechanics of it are still being developed, but I know this much. There are 9 cities in the country, 9 affiliates who have entrepreneurship centers such as we do here in Cleveland. And the rollout of the CDFI to go into the local communities. CDFI, Community Development Finance Institution. They will be disseminated through these 9 entrepreneurship centers. So as we find out more as to how they'll start up and how they'll move forward, we will be one of the 9 who will be first in line.
So Cleveland is going to be helping people stay in business.
Absolutely.
And get businesses going.
Absolutely.
That's good to know. Many thanks, Marsha, for sharing that with us. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Leon.
We both say so long.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.